Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Taurus, we're going to see how you've changed this week. We're going to look at you deeply. We're going to look at who you were then, who you are now. But we're also going to look at the lesson that you haven't fully learned, but the lesson that you have fully learned. And we're going to utilize the Archangel deck and the Fairy deck and the Tarot to look deeply into these questions that we have about you, Taurus. So yeah, I'm going to get started with the Archangel deck and see what they have to say to you, Taurus. All right, Taurus, I just took a minute to try to figure out how I want to start articulating what it is that I see on the table. It's so interesting. So, okay, I'm just going to start talking. I'm seeing something here for you, Taurus, where you were trying to, I want to say maybe understand, come to some sort of enlightenment about either a specific person, maybe a couple of people. I'm not sure what it is. Something important to you. Now, I'm trying to read this with some level of flexibility here because I don't want to go, oh, this is Two of Cups, this is your husband, this is your wife. I don't know. I'm just leaving it flexible here because I feel like there's something where you're trying to, like I said, you're trying to understand some sort of dynamic. Okay, so that dynamic, I don't know. It could be quite big. It could be very different for each of you, and maybe that's why I'm not getting something specifically as to what it is. But I can't help but notice how this King of Pentacles has got his back turned on this. So, and it makes a lot of sense with the cards that are particularly coming up in your underline, well, even in where you are now. It looks like to me, and where that is the most strongly shown is the underline in the tarot. You have the Knight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's a big change, like something changes here. The Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Strength card. This looks to me, this underline here, this is kind of giving something of yourself here, something of your heart, going in deep here. But then, wait a second, something changes. Something has changed, or something changes. And it is about that. It is about giving that, leading with that. I don't know what changed here. And I'm wondering if I don't know, there's something about this card where I feel like this person's back is turned. I don't know if this is it could be a work situation because you have that as a lesson that you have not fully learned yet, career transition. It could be a work situation, and it's kind of like, I feel like whoever this is, maybe like you get a new boss or you get a new supervisor or something, because it feels like this person's got his back turned on sort of like, I want to say like the greater good. I don't know, the Two of Cups. Or this person at least has a very different perspective from what you might think is important with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. Oh, this is so obvious. But this person's back is turned on it. And it's like you go in like deep here, got like deep parts of yourself you incorporate into this. Because when you get the Knight of Swords, like we're shown that there is a big change here. Like there's a big shift in fortunes. There's a big shift in a cycle. That's very important too. Cyclical understanding is important in your reading. How fast you are no longer invested there with them, I don't know what it is. You're just like, no way. No way with the Eight of Cups. The Knight of Swords, and it's fast. This is I do want to say with the Knight of Swords, there could be, because I did say, I don't know, maybe this person just has a different perspective in terms of what is important, what you think is important in a relationship. I don't know. See, that's why I'm also hesitant to say, because if this is like a very personal relationship to you with the Two of Cups, well, here's the thing too, because with cycles, everything ebbs and flows, doesn't it? It's almost like suddenly apparent that no, not investing emotionally with this person, with this thing, with whatever it is. I can't help but see with the Page of Wands and the Strength card, it's like, well, I'm not going to be the first one to say something. I'm not going to be the first one to say something. Or, well, if that person wants to talk to me, they know where to find me. Or if they want to reach out, I don't know. It's like, Taurus has made a hard, I want to say, is it hard and fast? Perhaps. It's fast. It's a fast decision. So because the Knight of Swords is here, like how something, oh, no, with this Wheel of Fortune. Oh, no. It doesn't flow with you for some reason. You're like, no, not, every time I want to say that perhaps I get blocked. Every time I want to say it, I get blocked. I'm going to say it, Taurus. Stop blocking me. And I know, because Taurus, you're like, you're fixed, right? Are you fixed? You're a fixed sign. When Taurus digs those hooves in, man. So, because what I'm trying to say is that it may have been, maybe you jumped too fast on a decision. Maybe. I'm just putting it out there. But maybe not. But maybe not. Okay? So, when a bovine baby says, they dug their heels in. No. Okay? So, okay. So where you are now. So, okay, this is the heel dug in. This is that bull. So now you've got a brilliant idea how to make things flourish. And I don't know, maybe there was something interfering with you flourishing in the past. I'm going to clarify that area. It is very intriguing to me. And one of the things I want to say here is like, well, why does that look difficult? I'll tell you why it looks difficult here, because this Archangel is showing up with this too. And this is, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Relationships, I don't know. I just can't help but feel that there's at least 3 people involved for some reason. Well, and then that's too many chefs in the kitchen, right? If this is a personal one-on-one relationship with someone. But, so I don't know. It could be a larger group dynamic. And in the moon energy, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. See, there's like something's not right here. Like it's like something bugging you about a relationship, a dynamic in relationships. And so this is just, I just like it. It's so cute. You've got a brilliant idea. That's where you are right now. Okay. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Maybe it's an idea you had over here in the past, because this to me is like having an idea. But why your heels dug in? Your heels are dug in. I'm going to show you in a second. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Well, you're going to do that by spending some time here thinking with you and only you. Because you have the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles or Cups? 7 of Pentacles. Do you see what I mean? This is like Taurus has gone behind the door and they've locked it. They've got a sentry out front that is like a guardsman. Somebody's like make sure no one's coming to that door while it's locked. And you are planning. So I don't know what your brilliant idea was. I feel like this is what your idea was. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe. The Knight of Cups, something happened. It's almost like going back to the drawing board. You know, that's what this feels like you behind the door, back to the drawing board. If it's about a relationship, that's not the way to do it. It's like, I don't know what happened here. I have no idea. I can hardly wait to get the clarifiers out, Taurus. I am so nosy on this one. Because there's a sudden change of plans. Like a sudden change of plans. And you're quick to think. I mean, you were so quick to realize that, no, putting my heart into this, leading with my heart, that is not the way to do this. And you're not. I mean, you got the Seven of Wands, and then you're being practical with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, no, this is not the way to get to where I want to go. So I need to reassess my plan. That's who you are now. You're working on a brilliant idea that you had in the past. But it became apparent to you that this brilliant idea about a relationship or a relationship dynamic, that was not the way to go. Leading with your heart wasn't the way to go. I need to remove myself from that. Now, the Page of Wands and the Strength card, this is like it's almost like you refuse to communicate. All right? And you're locked behind the door. I don't know. See, but this makes me wonder, like, does it have something to do with work? I'm going to show you that now. So the lesson that you haven't fully learned is career transition and wisdom. It's just so... God, I wonder if you, like, left your job suddenly. Just like, that's it. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Don't let anybody talk to me. I'm coming up with a new plan. Closing the door, locking it up, taking the phone off the hook. I need a new plan. I don't know. You got the Eight of Wands with that. The lesson of... Look at this, like, right out the window. I'm going right out the fucking window. With this place. I don't know. I know. I don't mean to laugh if you've done this to yourself and you're like, I don't have a fucking plan here. I need to come up with something. It'll work out. It'll all work out. Okay, what does the career transition say? Like, we need to look at this because this is not fully learned. If you're either trying to transition your career or you did, I don't know. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Yeah, okay. So maybe, I don't know. But what? I'm still looking at what you've fully learned because that's interesting too. Okay, wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? But remember, this is what you're still trying to learn. Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Yeah, you see, because of that Knight of Swords. I can't help but feel like you made a really quick decision about something. Is it related to your career? Did you make the best choice? I don't know. I don't know. Got the Eight of Wands here, and if the wands are just flying out the window, right? It's like a desk with a book and a pen and a candle. Are you thinking about making a career transition because you have suddenly become detached from what you do? Because that's another way I would describe, like, the Knight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups. Fuck that. I am not, my heart is not in that. So what is it? Like, I'm like, what happened? Is this a wise choice? I don't know. I feel like I'm either like this, it feels like such an intense energy that I'm either like talking to someone who's done this and you're thinking, did I do the right thing? I don't know. I don't know. I can't talk to you. I can't. And then, but the other thing I feel like is that I'm almost like even talking to someone who is just like, because you haven't quite mastered it. Is this the right choice? Is this the right thing to do? Okay. Boy, this reading is interesting. What you have mastered is spiritual understanding and precious time. Okay, let's think about that then. Because, okay, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So you've mastered that. You understand the signs when they're in front of you. You get the bigger picture. So is it like you got a bigger picture on something? Okay, and now with the precious time, I'll read it to you. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Because this is something that you've mastered, you know if you should keep investing your time there or if you shouldn't. If you're investing your time somewhere, and you know it's wasting your time, like you recognize that. That's all I can really say. Like this is a waste of my time. If I don't waste other people's time. So I'm trying to okay, let's say this has something to do with a career because it's sitting here. If it's not a career, it's a life purpose maybe. It's how people maybe look at you, depend on you in some facet or way. Let's say somebody is in the process of training you for a position. And you're thinking, I don't want to disappoint them. I know I'm going to disappoint them. So you're not, saying to them, to be honest, I'm not really here emotionally anymore. I don't think I can do this. Right? But it's but you would be wasting someone else's time. It's recognizing that. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So that person is wasting their time if they're training you. If, that's a waste of fucking time. Because if you're at the end of the training, you say, because it's almost like when you finally get backed into the corner and you're like, I know I can't do this. And I've been prolonging telling this person that I'm really not going to do this. It's almost like it's Friday. It's the end of the day. And on Monday, you start this new position, but you won't. You're not coming in. So I don't know what, I almost feel like a little hyperventilating because this feels like it's like a push come to shove. There's something here, like you are not there. Your emotions are not there. And you know very well, like when the signs are there, not to waste your time and not to waste other people's time. Taurus. Oh my God. You know that when you've mastered it. You got the Hanged Man. You can see the big picture. You can see it. I feel anxious in this reading. It's building. It's like a building. What? Journey. Tree wisdom. Okay. I feel like we just need to take a breath. Journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Okay. Maybe you don't have to make a decision right now. I don't know what this is. Maybe you don't have to make a decision right now. Because this is sitting on the edge of that energy of, I don't want to tell this person because it's going to disappoint them. I don't even know who, maybe that's not even someone you're training. Or someone maybe you're training someone for your position. I never thought of that. That's interesting. The way that came out. Maybe you're training someone for your position. Oh, shit. That could be how you could be wasting someone's time too, right? Like if you're training someone for your position because maybe you're moving up or you're moving away or you're doing something, but like at the end of it, you're like, no, I think I want to stay where I am. I don't know. This position's not going to be available, but you don't want to say it. I know, I get it. I get like, I'm almost stuttering in this energy. Because impromptu, that's like this Knight of Swords. Fuck this shit. I'm gone, I'm out of here. Or is it planned? Either way, be ready when it comes. It's like you know it's coming. So I feel like that. Because wisdom, tree wisdom. Going back to the wisdom. Have you ever been told you are wise beyond your years? Okay, I'm getting a couple of things with that. We're talking about career. Have you ever been told that perhaps you are overqualified for what you do? Have you ever been told like you're mastering this? Are you... How interesting. Who am I talking to? Are you overqualified for what you're doing? But as I say that, because there's like like it was totally channeled that you're training someone for your position. But do you want to stay where you are? Because that's also an important question to ask yourself. I feel like I'm sitting down here with a friend. Like we need to talk about this. We need to... Because I've had... Years ago when I was working for another company and I was like in the QA department and training people, I loved it there. I loved doing that. I loved it so much. I didn't make a lot of money. I actually made less money than when I was a technician and I was doing field work. I made less money training people than I did as a technician, but I loved every day. I loved the exploration of learning something new and seeing somebody learn something new in front of me and like finally grasp it. And then I had two managers, like district, or I don't know what the hell they called them, I don't remember, like in certain towns, cities, that wanted me to become like a supervisor and move up to a management position. I got so much anxiety. I had diarrhea to go to the bathroom. Like, I don't want to do that. But it didn't make sense. Like, logically, why wouldn't you? I mean, that's what people do, right? Like, people, they want to be higher up. They want to make more money. They want to be the top dog. I just thought to myself, fuck no. I don't want to have to be on people's ass all the time. Tell them what they got to do. They should know what they got to do. I don't be the person... I love what I do, and I passed it up. And I know a lot of people thought, like, why would you do that? Other technicians talked to me about it when I was training them and stuff, and like, or doing like quality control visits with them. Why would you pass that up, Cindy? Because in a way, like, I guess I was qualified to do it. Maybe I was overqualified for what I was doing, but I loved it. I don't know why we're having this talk, Taurus. This is so weird. Because I feel like these are things that you need to think about. I don't know what this is. This is like a career? Feels like it. I don't know. But now's the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Did I help? Did I help? I'm trying to use my fairy wisdom. Like, think about these things. Because if we're talking about a career transition, and I'm trying to relate that, right? And you're going out the window. Don't also drive yourself to want to jump out a window. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? I'm also hearing somebody who's just like naturally like picks things up really smart. Maybe even skipped a couple grades if they even do that anymore. I don't know. Because what I'm also getting with that is a discussion I had with my Leo friend. She's been going through quite a transition the last year and a half. Anyways, one of the things that we talked about in that, in the kind of like discussion, and I'm getting here too, is that, you know, we live in a society and a culture, particularly Western, you know what, it's spreading everywhere. It's like, there's this, that, and the other is what you are meant to do in this life. And that shows that you're successful, and that shows that you are something. And then, but if you deviate from that even a little bit, and I even felt that, like, because I was working out of the head office where I was. So like the president, the owner of the company worked there, or I didn't see him that often, but, and then like the CEO, and then the regional manager for Ontario, they all worked in this office. And I think because they saw me like I was a go-getter and I was very capable and I would do stuff. Maybe they even thought, oh yeah, Cindy will end up as a manager. And then when it came up, it was like, no, fuck no. Dude, I love what I'm doing. I felt a complete shift in their attitudes towards me. There was no disrespect or anything, but it was different. It was different because now you're not seen as that, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go way to the top. I'm going to go all the way to the top because that's what you got to do. But you know, when sometimes you get somewhere and that's what you love. And there's no money, there's no price that can be put on that. Nothing that can be put on that. So the thing, like, we've talked about everything here. So the wisdom, this tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. This journey, I feel like, yeah. Where is this deck of cards? Oh, that one. Oh, I forgot to pick this up too. There's actually 3 here. Divination is sitting behind this. So embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Oh my God. I'm going to tell you guys something. So this is, so I'm doing something now that I really love, right? So I am doing something now that I really love. And I'm going to give you a little hint here because I feel like y'all are on the cusp of making a really major decision, or maybe you've already made some kind of decision and you're thinking, did I do the right thing? Well, I don't know if divination can tell you that. I think you have to come to that conclusion on your own. Anyways, I was at a cusp before this channel took off. I was just kind of starting to do stuff with tarot. I'm also a visual artist. I was doing drawings and I had some ideas of things that I wanted to do. I was lunch monitoring at my son's school and volunteering and stuff like that. And then there was something else. What was the other thing? I can't remember. There was 4 things. Anyways, I gave each one, okay, let's say wands. I made that, I don't know, lunch monitoring. Pentacles, I made that, drawing. Tarot, I made that swords. I don't know, like, right? So then I dealt it out and I thought, okay, whatever is there is the most of, that's what I need to focus on, because I cannot be pulled in all these different directions without, I need to have a direction here. So I don't know. And it's, maybe it's either right or wrong for you. So I was like, to me, I was at a point where it didn't feel like any one of those could be a wrong answer for me. So that's, I guess, the way that you can navigate this for yourself. If this were, you got it here for divination, and that could determine the wisdom of your journey. So I ended up pulling, it was like tarot, like focus on the tarot, keep doing the lunch monitoring, keep volunteering at the school, don't do any art and don't do any of the other thing. I don't remember. Oh, I remember I was doing like hand creams and soaps and all sorts of stuff like that. That's what that was. I started like a little business with that too. Like always. And look where I am today. I don't know if it's good or it's bad, but it is where I am. So it ended up being the journey. Yeah, I don't know. Taurus is such a fascinating reading. Look at this, moon cycles. You know what to do. You had that moon energy in the past. I know, I feel like it's going to be a long reading, but I want to pull, I don't understand this enough because it's also interesting because it's your career. All right. Okay. Beloved one, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship and moon energy. The Four of Cups. Oh, the King of Swords. The High Priestess. Wow. This is kind of like... Emotions are missed here. Emotions were missed. Feelings were missed. And that, again, we have this strong intellect that comes in here. There's been, you had some strong intellect that comes in. And, you know, the universe told me so. That's why. Your intuition told you something in the past. Something, you were missing something, or something, it was obvious not to move forward with your heart. So, okay, the Ace of Wands. The Four of Pentacles. Wow. This is like the brakes were put on. You still have the brakes on. The Two of Cups. Three of Pentacles, the Hermit, and Temperance. It's almost like waiting for somebody to show up to something, but they don't maybe. I don't know. Maybe you see that somebody's not invested in something here, so why should you be? I don't know. The King of Pentacles. The Sun. Ooh, the Five of Swords. And the Lovers. Oh, man. This just feels like, you know, 1 minute you thought you knew everything that was right and clear with your life. And then you end up cutting that out because the universe is showing you a completely different path. Wow, this is really profound. Okay, let's keep going with this, Taurus. Holy shit. All right, now, right now, you're letting a brilliant idea flourish. I want to say that. Shedding light on things. Brilliant idea is flourishing. Oh, your brilliant idea was to contain yourself. Duh, Cindy. Okay. Brilliant idea was to contain yourself. The Knight of the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Oh, maybe it's to move out of containment. Well, that okay. You're working on that. When is the right time to be uncontained? I see one of those, you know, we like you turn it and a little snaky thing comes. The Seven of Wands. Man, this is like locked, literally locked behind closed doors. You got the Nine of Wands. Oh, it's tiring protecting yourself. Why? Well, people probably wonder where you are. Because this is just your, yeah. So the Four of Pentacles. This was the brilliant idea. The King of Cups. Yeah, everything is under. You're hiding. You're not, you know. I don't know. I don't know if this is an idea. If there is some sort of planning here, I don't know, maybe it's good. But if this is like That made me feel that way. I'm not going to do it. I don't know if that's going to work out. Because it's just like suddenly a shutdown. The Seven of Pentacles. Everything is contained. Nothing is shared. The Seven of Cups and the Strength card. You're holding off until you understand. I don't know what that is. I mean, there's a lot of things this could be in this reading. The King of Wands and the Eight of... That's your brilliant idea to flourish, to move forward. Well, let's see, because the Eight of Wands is over here, the thing you haven't mastered. Maybe you did. Like, maybe something happened and you just, like, shut yourself down here. And now, how do you get your motor running? Career transition, wisdom. Oh, my God. The King of Pentacles in the World card. That is like a career transition. It's crazy. The King of Pentacles, the World, the Four of Swords. It's healing from a career transition. So healing, feeling so much better. That's the wisdom. Wow, maybe you lost yourself in a career. So, Eight of Wands. The Six of Wands. So, movement will be beneficial. I'm going to say, now that I'm getting like the clarifiers, I don't know what you're doing. If you've already done it, if you're thinking about doing it, it looks like from the cards, if you're thinking about doing it, I think it's going to be good for you. And I think, well, it'll stop you from jumping out the window. I think that would be successful, right? Like, be successful. But to move, like to really, like the lesson you haven't learned yet, I want to say is if your plan worked. If this is something you've already done, did your plan work? Does this end up working? But I think it's probably gonna, because you have the Six of Wands. And again, like it is to see if your lesson works. Spiritual understanding and precious time. The Hanged Man. Like you've learned that one. So it also feels like too, like you can only look at something for so long from the same angle over and over and over and over and over again. It's almost like you changed your angle. I would say that, right? Like, it just is reminding me of my Leo girlfriend, like, because she had to spend a lot of time healing. She was in a very unhealthy job, and it affected her, her health quite a bit. And she's really started to come around with it, but then realizing like how much it did affect her. But now she's starting to see things like so differently, right? Like nothing was really presenting in front of her what her next path should be or what she should do. Because honestly, it couldn't be shown to her because she was still healing. But now she's really like, I've said to her, I'm saying, you're starting to remind me of when I first met you, like 15 years ago or whenever it was. And it's kind of like finding that person in her again. So, right, like she changed her perspective. But, I mean, it's such a simplified way. I mean, I'm picking that up here. So, spiritual understanding and precious time. Oh, my God. Wow. This is so deep. This is like to understand what our precious time is about. This is like understanding it's about love. It's about the things that I love. It's about expressing the love that I have in life and for people. Wow. That's so beautiful. So the Hanged Man. It took a long time to get through to this. This is such a deep-ass reading. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, that's where it was like, nope, no feelings. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like you understand what's worth investing in. where you would really want to invest. My gosh, what a deep ass. Oh, the Empress. Look at this. 3 of Cups and the Empress. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. Okay, Taurus, I don't know where you are in this cycle. I don't know if there's something you're thinking about doing. You got to be the one to make the choice, though. I can't do that for you. This is just a general reading, and I feel like the divination is a way for you to do it on your own if you feel comfortable making a major life choice like that through divination. I didn't have anything to lose. It's like, whatever. Let's see. Yes, beautiful, Taurus. I want to say it's almost like people celebrating the return of Taurus in some way because it's Venus energy and you're locked away. It's locked away, planning. So, I'm going to go to, what are we doing? I'm going to go do the extended. With the extended, I'm going to look at, like how you're transforming right now. Like, what does that look like right now? And then the future you is what we're going to look at in the extended. Thank you so much, Taurus. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.